Libra. Well, you're not taking any shit anymore, that's for sure. I'm feeling like a leveling up for you, in spite of feeling like maybe the black sheep, or like the odd man out for a while. I picked up a lot of social dynamics and like soft social skills for you guys. So pay attention to your minute interactions with people. Try to read between the lines a little bit here between the lines. Communication is going to be kind of interesting for you with other people right now, but you are stepping into this week almost with like this angry Mars fueled confidence, like, God damn it, I am going to make something happen. There's something that you've been trying to do. And this week I'm hearing like, no more Mr. Nice Guy, no more excuses. It's time to go into like beast mode. It's time to be like on it. It's time to be disciplined. I'm hearing like you're gritting your teeth, like screw this situation, screw these people, screw my excuses. Like, I'm going to make something happen. Because energy that you're moving into this week to illuminate things through the Illumination Oracle deck, we have fresh start in healing your heart and determination. You really want to balance your life out. You want to balance a situation out. Maybe there's been some accusations. Someone's feeling somewhat attached because their pride and ego is bruised. Spirit saying, don't look at that. That's not important. Okay, it's not important. You're very determined for a fresh start. You're very determined to heal something. For a long time, you were saying, I can't do it. I love this, how that she's like folding it. It's being folded and it's, I can do it. You're very determined to heal, balance something out, make your life better, make something better. There have been accusations. I think there's also been quite a bit of gossip. A lot of cards came out of the Astro Oracle deck. They wanted a lot, and then they wanted me to clarify with the deck as well. 4 cards came out, so 4s are about stability. We have progressions. There's been a journey, and it's been really impacted by the climate and transits. Most journeys are. It's like you were making progress and then like something went retrograde and you're like, God damn it. And maybe the climate on planet Earth has impacted your journey as well. But now Mars is coming in and influencing you this week. It's time to take action and be in motion, really fight for what you believe in, stand up for yourself, maybe kind of in survival energy right now. There's an aggressive energy into an entrance, ascendant. Pallas Athena is at the bottom of the deck as your catalyst or your challenge. You need to think. I wanted just a little bit more here. I was like, what's going on here for Libra? It's like they're fighting their way into something here. And I have the 12th house. You've been very introspective, thinking about your karma, your own journey through life, and solar flares activating. I feel like you guys have been on this journey here, and you've been on this journey, and sometimes you've had upswings and sometimes you've had downswings. And through this journey, you've been very introspective. The 12th house has been at play here for you. Like, I have to give myself over to a greater cause. I have to do things differently. I have to strike while the iron is hot. I'm hearing this week, the iron is hot. It's time to strike it. You've got to push your way into something. Some of you have had a difficult time like staking a claim somewhere, or like finding a space at the table to sit, or like staking off your own territory. I'm here, I matter. I'm hearing my voice counts. You're tired of not being listened to. You're tired of getting in your own way. It's time to take action. It's time to really get your foot in the door with something. You need to think. Pallas Athena says think. This week is a week for strategy, for planning, for logic. I'm hearing you need to be shrewd. You need to think like an air sign this week. It's not that you don't have a heart or that your feelings are not important. It's not that other people's feelings aren't important either. But Pallas Athena was a warrior, and she was a general, and she's a strategizer. It's time to be strategic. It's time to think like a warrior, move like a warrior, act like a warrior. I'm hearing goals. Lists are your friends this week. Goals and planning. Being logical, being structured, that will take you further this week. It's like it's time to get something done. Communication is important too with the 3rd house. But this week, you're going to feel good. You're coming in with confidence. You feel like a warrior. and you want to be successful. There have been differences here between yourself and others. You're trying to be honest. No more screwing around, that's for sure. You feel like a warrior. I'm also hearing like you're going to stand up for yourself. Your best buddies this week are Aries and Scorpio. Those that are ruled by Mars. They can help you stand up for yourself. I'm hearing, in spite of my differences with others, I'm still confident. I'm going to still succeed. I'm going to stand up for myself. I'm hearing that you guys are maybe like the black sheep a little bit sometimes, or like the horse of a different color. I know I am frequently. I have a lot of planets in the first house and I have autism. I'm kind of a weirdo all the time. I get that feeling if you guys have felt like the odd man out, but not this week. Like this week, you're like, nope, I'm a warrior. I stand up for myself. I stand up for what I believe in. I know what my convictions are. I'm confident. I know I'm going to succeed. You do feel differences between yourself and others right now, but I love the image here. There's an apple and an orange and a white cat and a black cat. They have differences, but they also have commonalities. So seeing differences, seeing commonalities, seeing how you're different from others. I feel like you want to leave. I'm hearing like, I really want to feel like a whole new person. Mantras for the week, advice for the week. Savor the small wins this week. They have power and energy to get you where you want to be. So little wins, little victories. This week is not a week to win the entire war, but you're going to win a whole lot of battles with that good attitude you have, that confidence. I'm going to succeed. I'm a warrior. I want a fresh start. I want to heal. I'm trying to think clear. I'm hearing you want spiritual sobriety, emotional sobriety, and you're going to focus on your little wins. They have power this week. Also, Spirit is encouraging you to move your body and and dance, be lyrical. Put some music on and dance. Movement is good, even if you're just leaning and rocking with it. Let your soul feel free, okay? This is a good time to get in touch with spontaneous movement. Listening to music and allowing yourself to dance. You don't need to do it in front of other people, just by yourself. You know you want to do the white man's overbite while you're doing dishes in the kitchen this week. You really do. It's that kind of week, Libra. Like dance. I'm going to listen to some good gangster rap this week while I'm doing dishes. I like this advice. We should dance. We should be listening to music. It's about the little wins this week. A challenge for you, though, is like, what is your mantra when things get tough? Write it in your journal. Set a reminder on your phone for when you need a reminder for who you are. Yeah, remember who you are. I'm hearing that from a couple different stories. I'm hearing it from Lion King when Mufasa said to Simba, remember who you are. I'm also hearing it from one of my favorite stories, The Dark Tower by Stephen King. The main character, Roland, will say, do not forget the face of your father. Remember who you are. Remember where you came from. Get back to you. It's time to develop a mantra for when things get tough. Writing it and journaling it can help. Remember who you are, where you've come from. Also, I'm hearing that you need literal reminders, because with Pallas Athena, think, and then something coming out about set a reminder on your phone to do this, this, and this. Don't be afraid to use tools this week, Libra, to help you get things done. You might be a little overwhelmed. So Spirit's saying, you don't have to keep it all in your head. Like, you're allowed to make a list and set a reminder on your phone for like when a bill is due, when you have to be here, when you have to be there. I'm hearing some of you are trying to create new habits. Okay, if you're trying to break a habit or create a new habit, your phone and a reminder is your best friend. Buy an app or something. Pull your calendar out. Yes. Okay. Mantras for the week. Let's get into what's going on. Overall energy of someone around you is the Three of Cups. This looks like several people around you. You could have many people around you right now. I'm also seeing quite a bit about gossip. The way they're feeling is justice. Interesting. You're being seen as the sun. Love it. What you need to know are your advice is the Eight of Wands. Okay, here they come with their messages, right? And the final outcome is Temperance. Boom. I think you're Temperance. Like, I've had just about enough of you people and your bullshit and your drama and whatever the fuck else you're doing. I do think people notice you right now. I think people want to talk to you right now. I think there are new ideas that you are working on. Take that, motherfuckers. It's like, I can do this without you. I don't need any help. I do feel like you're the magician this week. I also feel like the Five of Swords is your action, which is like, I'm done with something. I'm fighting for something. I'm hearing that some of you are like really standing up for yourselves. You're not afraid to fight for change. There might be a little bit of anger or whatever coming off of you this week because you did have Mars and you do have the Five of Swords in your action. But I think it's more like your personal battles that you're fighting. I don't think you want anyone else around you to know that, like, maybe under the surface, it's been difficult. Libras are very good at giving the world one kind of impression of them, while underneath we're like gritting our teeth and fighting. You're giving a good impression, but it's like, I had to work hard for this shit, is what I'm hearing. They just wanted me to use 2 decks. You guys know I like to clarify with a bunch of decks. They would only let me use a few. We're going to use this one for the extended. So with this 3 of Cups here, I swear to God, you guys have heard me say it about this deck. Don't these 3 just look like the Mean Girls Club? They're all wearing the same outfit. They're drinking the same martini. They think they're big shit. But then clarifying this is the Hermit, the Page of Cups, and Strength. You may have tried, this week you may try to break into a group of people, or they may be thinking about inviting you to something. It's not easy. There might be feelings of exclusion this week. There could be a Virgo and a Leo involved. Of course, that energy could be yours. I feel like someone's like maybe inviting you to something or saying, yeah, sorry that we didn't invite you to our party 2 weeks ago, or something like that. You may be invited to something. You may decline. Or you may put an offering out there to do something with some folks that's not easy for you. But Justice coming out, I'm like, oh, this like it looks like it might have been like sort of a gossipy kind of situation. It could have been one single person that like wanted something to happen between the 2 of you, but they've struggled to open up to you. I think it's because they only feel comfortable saying certain things or talking about certain things. There's some other things that they want to skirt, that they don't want to talk about. It could also have to do with like a contract, signing a deal of some kind, because we do have Justice here in someone's feelings. Could be your feelings, could be someone else's feelings. Justice can sometimes have a bit of an ouch factor to it. I should say so, because clarifying this is the 9 of Wands, the 7 of Swords, and the 7 of Wands. I'm hearing something. Any of you that had some frenemies, or maybe straight out enemies, the tables are turning on those folks, on that person. Their gossip about you, like a smear campaign about you, is no longer working. People don't want to hear it. People aren't listening anymore. They're not interested. You may have someone here that wants to open up to you and include you in something. But they don't want to, they just want to sweep everything under the rug. I'm also hearing that maybe someone has been part of something that they are no longer feeling comfortable with, and they don't want to be a part of it. And we'll get to why in a minute, because it could be something weird between you and this group or you and this person. But I'm also hearing that some of you may have warned a person, like you don't want to spend time with those people, or you don't want to be on that dating app, or whatever. There was something they were a part of, and you might have said, you don't want to do that, and they didn't listen. And now it's like, oh, okay, now I know why Libra gave me that advice. This group isn't good. That person isn't good. I don't know what to do here with them. Meanwhile, you look like the cat's meow. I want your outfit this week, Libra, because you look good. See how she's wearing her dress different from these girls? Just slightly different here. You're being seen as the sun, happy, optimistic, positive. I notice these 2 have quite a bit of distance between them. I don't know what's going on with these 2 figures down here. Spirit's like, why don't you get a little closer together and have some fun? Get close to Libra. Libra's very well dressed. Libra's doing very well. Libra's very happy. Libra's very successful, up on the high horse. You know exactly where you're going and what you're doing. It's like someone might be looking at what they're doing over here and looking at you like, okay, whatever Libra's doing, that's what I want to be doing. But there might be some jealousy, some insecurity, some pride and ego stuff happening. This could all be you as well, Libra. Like, what am I doing here with these people? Like, I don't get it. I don't like it. I don't feel like I fit in. Why do I have to wear what you're wearing? Screw this. I'm doing my own thing over here. I'm happy. I want to get away from all this with you folks. I'm hearing I don't want any peer pressure. I don't want to have to explain myself to all of you. I don't owe you anything. I'm also hearing that some of you, there might have been like a gym or an organization that you were a part of or something like that. You don't want to be involved in it anymore. I'm hearing I don't need them. Okay. You don't. There is jealousy around you, though. There is gossip. There are people that aren't sure what to think. In particular, one person. And they see you as happy. Here's what you need to know are your advice, the Eight of Wands. There could be messages and communication. Clarifying this is the Page of Pentacles, the Page of Swords, and the Eight of Swords. Okay. Somebody may say to you, like I heard, someone may come to you to fact check some things. They're not sure what to think. They get trapped in their head very easily. They don't know what to make of communication, messages. They might not understand your methodology either. They're curious, they want to know what's going on, but there's things that this person struggles to see. Also, Libra, when you get messages or you get communication, you do need to like read the fine print. You may get communication that makes you feel a little trapped in your head this week. Someone may talk about that with you as well. But you look like you just don't want anything to do with stuff anymore. It's almost like someone's trying to suck you into something and you're like, no. I'm glad that you see me this way. There's some other things going on in my life. This is like my goal, okay? And I can't deal with all of this. And then the final outcome is Temperance. There could be a Leo, another Libra, Sagittarius. I also have Aquarius here, Virgo. I feel like this is you with Temperance. Clarifying this is the World, the Star, the World, and the Nine of Cups. Okay. Some of you have done quite a bit to bring happiness and healing and freedom into your life, but the way you did it was by not involving a whole lot of other people with their drama. You know? And turning your back when people or situations try to suck you into things. I do think that you're inspiring to people, but I also think that the same people you inspire, it's like they've got an angel on one shoulder and a devil on the other, and they're not sure who to listen to. And you can just say, look, my truth is my truth for me. You can listen to what you want, but this is where I'm going and what's made me happy. I feel like some people are almost trying to gaslight you into thinking that your way of freeing yourself and bringing endings and new beginnings and bringing calm and peace and happiness into your life, like the way you do it isn't the way everybody else does it. So I was like, all right, well, you might be some kind of a role model here to other people or something. I clarified quite a bit about someone or people in your environment. This was interesting. The person in your environment, again, it could be more than one person. They see themselves as the Five of Wands, and the way they feel about it is the Nine of Wands, and their action towards you is the Hanging Man. But look at this person. How it's like, I don't want to deal with all this bullshit. Like all of these people just compete with each other. I'm hearing it's like a bunch of hot air and it's a bunch of hot wind. And this could even be how you have felt about like group dynamics, social dynamics, dating, work life, whatever. And you're like, I'm starting to see all of this from a different point of view. Or you've got a person over here that's seeing that. This is very different than this. These people all look like they want to be hanging out together. One of them does not feel that way. Okay, it's like, okay, they all make it look like it's this, but it's actually this. This could be a family dynamic, a work dynamic, like, and this person, whoever they are, is on pause. Like, all right, I don't want to deal with chaos the way I have been dealing with chaos. And it is chaos, because when I clarified the hanging man, I was like, they're looking at something differently. They need to pause. They need to make a sacrifice, maybe too, in order to move forward. What is it that they're working through? And I knew it was going to be a loaded deck. Like, I knew the cards were going to be like, ooh, yeah. The Eight of Swords, the Two of Swords, and the Devil. There could be a Capricorn involved. We're not sure we want to involve the Capricorn or the Pisces. There's definitely a lot going on with a group dynamic here. But I feel like what I'm seeing overall is someone going, wait a minute, something isn't right here. What's right? What's not right? What's healthy? What's not healthy? I don't really know. There may be something kind of dysfunctional, toxic, or unhealthy about a situation. And somebody over here is starting to realize it. You know? And I think you are like going for personal happiness here. So I pulled out a few oracle decks. I was like, all right, what's going on with this person? Bluff, power, and criticism. Okay. You may have had someone who, like, in a system, we call families and work environments and tribal dynamics and communal dynamics systems. You may have been around a person that was a system controller. Maybe they're narcissistic. Maybe they're power hungry. Maybe they're just whatever. They do a lot of criticizing. They like power and they bluff a lot. They're full of shit a lot. Or maybe this is a person realizing they've been in a relationship like that, you know, where it's like, I feel like I'm constantly playing a game of poker. There's all these power struggles. Everybody criticizes what I say and all that. Like, I'm sick of this, but they're not quite ready to see how toxic it is yet. They may be this way with you as well. And they wanted me to pull out the Romance Angel Oracle deck. 4 cards came out for that. Retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. Forgiving and learning. So being quiet, going off by yourselves, or maybe they've gone off alone with somebody and they've done a lot of forgiveness, and there's been heart-to-heart conversations about religious factors. Religious factors, it says your love life is being influenced by your religious upbringing or your spiritual path. This card can be about quite a lot of things: cultural differences, spiritual differences, political differences, racial differences, all those things. So somebody needs to talk about all of that with somebody, like what's right for me, what's wrong for me, because, I mean, we don't have the Hierophant here, but when we've got stuff about justice and someone feeling insecure and saying, I don't want to answer that question or this question, and then we've got something coming out about heart-to-heart conversations about like beliefs, spiritual beliefs, ideologies, maybe the way like a company is run, a family is run. It's like, we got to talk about all this. There's been weird stuff going on. Someone's doing power plays. Some of you have realized, like you'll realize it this week, that something you've been involved in has not been healthy. And I'm hearing some of you left a situation, and now that you're gone and you're happy, you're like, I am happy all this bullshit is over. It's making other people go, or someone go, oh my God, I think I'm the new scapegoat, or I'm the new victim. They maybe want to talk to you about this. They may want to come and say to you, I am so sorry. I chose them over you and I should not have listened. Clearly you're happier. But I'm also hearing that maybe like sometimes somebody wants to say nice things about you, but it doesn't go along with the like narcissistic narrative, the bullshit narrative. And it's like, oh no, I'm supposed to say bad things about Libra and think bad things about Libra. And it's like, I don't know. I'm not so sure the stuff I've heard about Libra is true. And these same people are talking shit about me now too. And I don't like that. Meanwhile, you're like, I told you you should have turned your back on this a while ago. I'm free and healing. This is like over for me. And I am fat, happy, and satisfied. Thank you very much. Because this is spiritual sobriety and this is spiritual chaos. and emotional chaos. Capricorn is always reminding us, be careful what you put all your attention and your effort towards, because once you put enough of it towards something, you're chained and bound to it. Your cards are very different. You're about originality. Yeah, see, this isn't really original. And we do need to learn how to run with the pack, for relatability. But at the same time, not at the expense of your own independence and interdependence. You're like, I'm being original right now, and I'm being innovative. Yes, with the star, innovation, Aquarius. And that can get a little messy. When you're trying to break patterns and break that glass ceiling, you're original, you're innovative, and you're empathetic. You're listening. This week, you guys really, really want to understand not only your own feelings, but you truly want to understand the feelings of others. And you have innovative and original ideas about that, and about how to go about that, and about how to be empathetic towards yourself, towards others. You want interdependence, which is not completely independent. You don't want to say, I'm an island and I don't need anybody, but you also don't want to feel codependent and enmeshed. You're really working on a balance in your relationships so that you feel like you have a strongly defined sense of self in your relationships, but that also you fit in. And I feel like this week is about looking back over the last year and being like, all right, you know what? I might not have fit in, but I am finding a way towards my own happiness. And now all of a sudden people might be noticing. They maybe want to talk to you. They're seeing things from a different point of view. Your cards look tough too. Because when it comes to all this is how people are seeing you. You may also have a show off around you as well. Like someone could be a show off and that can hurt your feelings. Because you see yourself as the Ten of Swords and the Five of Cups. This has hurt you. You're disappointed. You feel hurt. You feel stabbed in the back. You're sad. You are very empathetic towards your own emotions, towards other people's feelings. But be careful watching the news this week. The world has been going to hell in a handbasket since humans invented the wheel. Like, you might be really sensitive to the pain and suffering of the world right now. It might amplify your own. It might be hard for you. But then your action is the Five of Swords, like, enough. And I wanted to know what that Five of Swords was. The Tower, the Star, and the Sun. That's all major arcana. Holy shit, Libra. I'm really proud of you. I really am. You're like, this hurt and I'm sad. But God damn it, I don't care what I have to do. I don't care what kind of fight I have to start. I don't care what fire I have to set. I am going to change all of this. And I am going towards happiness and healing. The star comes after the tower in the tarot. I can make it through this. You are not going to drag me back into your shit. I will fight for my own change, even if it's chaotic, and I'm moving towards optimism, happiness, all of that. F this. I'm done. Some of you may feel like there's a real load off this week. You've been fighting really hard for something. You're going to have a breakthrough this week of some kind. And if you feel like the opposite has happened, you may have been scapegoated for something all along. Don't let other people tell you something is your fault that wasn't your fault, that you didn't have anything to do with. But I feel like this might have been a group or a relationship or a system of some kind that you broke out of. It hurts you that some people still don't have good things to say about you. You may hear some stuff and you're not sure what to think. Or someone may get messages from you and not be sure what to think because they had a different narrative about you. I am going to do an extended because I feel like Libra, you're getting out of something that hurt you badly, and it was the best thing in the world to go in the direction you're going now because like In spite of differences, you're going to be successful. You're going to be a warrior. You're going to be confident. You're going to get it done. You're tired of things throwing you off track. Like this week has been like a fresh start for you to commit to healing, and you're going to be determined. You're going to balance all of this out and be independent. There could be someone here that wants to be independent like you, or they may be trying to suck you back into something. So I am going to do an extended to see if it will behoove you to get involved at all, because it looks like you've been through quite a bit to get to this happiness and get to this sobriety. I don't know how involved you want to get in this. But it's really time to think, Libra. It's really time to get structured and organized. Be confident. It's all about your interdependence this week. You are going to feel good about yourself, and it's really time to make progress. And it looks like you're trying to. This Five of Swords will fight to work past something towards your happiness. Nobody can make it happen but you, Libra. And you know you can do it this week. Yes. Take care. I love you guys. I'll see you next time.